Well. Welcome on back, you jive turkeys. Glad you all are in here. My. Definitely got a treat for you all today. We have to get to the bottom of some things. Are black men accepting partnerships with women, right? Are other men, right? Why is the black man accepting partnerships from his women? Doing. Let's see here. All right. I'm back. All right, I think I might have had it. All right. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? See, I flipped the camera. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Okay. Just pressing buttons, y'all. How was the interview? Shout out to you, Boss. It was great. You know what I'm saying? I ended up getting it. Shout out to you, Boss. I appreciate you. Appreciate your support. You know what I'm saying? Always appreciate you checking in on me. Appreciate that. Absolutely. Yep, it's in the bag. You know what I'm saying? I'll start Monday. Yep, Monday bright and early. So yep. So yeah, that's it. And then I have then I go for my test for my sheet metal certification Tuesday. So I gotta make sure I'm informed about that. So yeah. Shout out to you, Navas. Shout out to people out there. Navas, you see the title. Are black men accepting partnerships from women? And are other races of men? Wow. Let's get into it. Now, Voss, as you know, I don't have no problem upsetting the apple cart. Hold on one second. I got to get the gizmo. Hold on one second. Yes, pumpkin. Tell me that. Tell me that, pumpkin. Tell me that. Tell me that. Gizmo. Yeah. Yeah, I know that's right. Yeah. Let's see what's going on. Nine Bob's in the house. The Gizmos in the house. All right, we got a house full. We got a packed house. A packed house full of jive turkeys. Nine Bob's hit the like button for the Gizmo one time. Appreciate you. Nine Bob's. I tell you, I was watching Pop the Balloon with Arlette. And I particularly like that show. I like it's always very well done. They, it's very. You can tell it's very upscale. You can tell. Thank you. You can definitely tell that they put a lot of care into the product that they put out. You can tell that they actually put time and effort into what they want people to see. Now, are you familiar with the Pop the Balloon show by any chance with Arlette Umuli? One of these days, I'm going to try to do a reaction video. Okay, yeah. Now, I really like the show, right? Did you see today's episode? Did you see? She releases every Wednesday. They do a wonderful job, now, boss. They do a wonderful job. You know what I'm saying? It's great. Okay, gotta check it out. Now, boss, it's one of these things. It's one of these things that really concern me today. The position of the black man. Words matter to me. And I think words should matter to everybody. I I believe what has happened is the words have been changed to mean things based on how people feel. If they don't like the meaning of the word, then they simply change the word. I have Gizmo here, so y'all know I'll be very choice with my words. I think it's appropriate to say that if a woman is fat, you can't call her that. She has to be considered thick. If you're if you lack intelligence, you can't call someone stupid. At least to their face. It used to be a time when you could say these things and people would be able to take them in stride. And take whatever. If it even if you meant to, even if you meant it If you even if you didn't mean it, slow it down. Even if you didn't mean it constructively, they would still be able, I think, at some point to take it and then get something from it, right? Even if it was just a straight up insult, right? We know as kids, children can be cruel, and we say a lot of things that shouldn't be said, or they do. I have. There's been things said to me. I think as adults, we still do. No, pumpkin, you're not. No, no, I'm not. No, don't get no attitude. Right. She's trying to mess up stuff now. But I don't know how long she's gonna let me do this. We'll see, right? So one of the things non-bias is that is in chat, and it's just you, non-bias, that really concerns me is the actual word. And what does the actual word mean? Partner. When you look up the definition, it means someone with equal say, right? When you have a partner in a business, an enterprise, entity, you usually make decisions along with that, but you don't make moves or you don't make declarations. You run these things past who? Your partner, to see how they view it, what they think, so forth and so on. Why is it that the black man is consistently told by women, his women, that they want a partner, right? When in truth, it's never equal as far as what they want. Pumpkin, what? She likes this. She watching this. She watching this cat show. Pumpkin, calm down. Calm down. Relax. Calm down. She just took a nap too now, but she fine. No digging on your nose. No, no, no. So one of the things now, why am I bringing this up? I bring this up because you know my position. I don't really have to overstate it over and over again. I have to belabor the point. The masculinity and self-esteem and uplifting of black men. Why are men accepting this is the greater question. And are other men accepting it? Are other races of men accepting their role as a woman's partner? Which means you don't make decisions. You don't make everything. Watch your mouth. Everything has to be justified. There's clarification that's needed. There's a sit down. There's a understanding that has to happen before you're able to move when you're a black man. What this comes down to simply is this. A lot of women don't trust black women don't trust their men to make decisions. Now, boss, I didn't see that. I got this camera thing flipped down. How was the interview? Okay, got it. Men and women are no longer being raised understanding their respective roles. And therein lies my point. Therein lies my point. 100% correct. Therein lies the biggest issue. Perfectly articulated by you. Is it? Jesus, Gizmo. Now she's walking in the room. Hold on, she didn't learn how to walk. Gizmo, come here. Right. No. No, puppy. Come here, pup. No. All right. Thank you. All right. Appreciate you waiting on me, non-bias. Ding, 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 ding. And there you have it. Once again, because everything is topsy-turvy and things are out of order, men are saying it now. Initially, it was women saying it, right? And I didn't think it was going to be a thing that caught on because I said there's no way, men. I said you have to understand what language means. Words matter, right? And this is why I try my best. I'm not always successful. I try my best to be measured with my words, and I try. And if I say something incorrect, I'm the first one to say, "Wait a minute, excuse me, I didn't mean that. I apologize. This is what I really, truly meant." And that happens, right? We all can error in our choice of words. For men, you have to be able to understand what you're saying. More importantly, what's being told to you. When this word began to catch on, now men are repeating it. They're regurgitating it because it's been programmed in their head. So they don't even have the guts now, Vaz, chat, to say, no, I'm not looking for a woman to be my partner. I'm looking for a woman who understands her place and I understand mine. You don't let a man lead. A man leads because it's who he is. It's his divine right. It is given to him by the creator. Now, if he forfeits it, that's on him, right? But it was his at birth. What he chose to do with it, if he chose to forfeit his masculinity, then that's just what he chose. However, it's his for the taking. The opportunity is there now, Vaz. He needs to know where he's going. Agreed. Where is he going? Right? What is he doing? What role is he truly aiming? Where does he, not only where does he see himself, how does he see himself? You know what I mean? Not that, because a lot of times we focused on, they ask people, where do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? You know what I mean? I think it's a more major question. How do you see yourself? And how do you view you? Largely how you view you is how the world is going to view you, right? It's generally through that lens. Because if you believe, then people tend to believe as well. It's why we always, Navas, I don't know if you're a huge sports fan. That's why people always love a quarterback who's cool and calm under pressure. Because you've been through 3.5 quarters of getting smacked around. The game is close. You're down by 3. 3 minutes left. Ball's in your hand. What are you going to do? Right? And only a guy who's very cool and does not let the moment overtake him is going to get you. It's going to get you where you where you want to go. Because coach said, here's the ball. Hey, take me there. Take us there. You can do it. We believe in you. You have to be cool. And a lot of guys, they lack the confidence to know that they belong. And that's why they're comfortable saying the word partner now. So now you sound like, let me tell you this now, boss. I don't know how old you are, but I'm 45. This word never was a thing except between one group of people, the LGBT community. Okay, shout out to you now, boss. You old enough to know this then. There was the LGBT community used the word partner. Gay men, gay women, they used the word partner. It was never for heterosexual men and women. It literally through the history of time was never a thing. It was literally never a thing. Now the word man, husband has been replaced by what? Partner. When you hear that word as a man, and that's what a woman tells you that she's looking for, there's no need in trying to dissuade her, persuade her otherwise. You better walk. Because what she's telling you is that you will never have authority over her. However, you will always have responsibility for her, meaning you always will have bills. You will always have protection duties. You will always have all of the standards and the prerequisites that come with being a man. However, any decision you truly decide to make, whether Okay, let's say hypothetically speaking, you don't want your children to go to a certain school. And usually women tend to pick those things, but you just may know something better. Or you want to uproot your family and be another place. Or you see yourself in another role. You may have a vision that no one else can see. You may not even be articulate enough to express that, even if you wanted to. However, you still know something. The Creator woke you up at 4:30 in the morning at a certain time, and you in a cold sweat because of a dream that you had. And he told you to go west, go east, leave the country. Whatever the circumstance may be, you need the latitude to know that your woman supports you. You cannot move if you're restricted. How can you be successful in a relationship if you're not free, if your hands are clenched, if you're always concerned if you make a mistake, will she leave you? Or running everything by her. Oh, well, baby, I decided this on the way home, or I didn't want to know what you did. Listen, women say this stuff non-violence, but I'm gonna tell you something. It's really not true. It's really all cap. Women generally, more real women. I'm not talking about these balls. I'm talking about the average day-to-day woman who they really don't want to truly make decisions. They don't want to be burdened with decisions. They want to be in a role that is comfortable for them. Decision making is for men. Life and death situation is for men. It's the way it is, and that's the way it should be. But with that burden, right? With that burden being placed on your shoulders as a man, and once you accept that, you also get what? There's the fruits of that tree as well. You don't get to just you don't just as a man accept the difficulty without the sweetness of it as well. There's a sweet part as well, right? Why would a man sign up? Why would a man sign up for hardship, difficulty, and the things that are dangerous and tiresome? They create toil and sacrifice. Why would he sign up for these things if he has to ask for submission from his woman? He has to ask for peace from his woman. Black men, when you hear this word partner, you should know that she is not interested in being your woman. You should already know that. There was one chick, and let me give you an example now, boss. This is good. This one is really good. I was in a club one time. It's a place called, well, I won't say the club name. I'm in a club, and I see somebody that I know. There's an issue between me and this guy that still had not been resolved, right? He sees me at this point. I don't see him, right? It wasn't until one of my mellows pulled my coat and told me such and such is here. He's seeing you. But he don't let me know, outwardly. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a situation where, it was, him pointing and where, everything was real smooth, right? Now, the little chick, she had met me there in the club. I was feeling her, right? So what I was telling her is, look here, baby. You know what I'm saying? I need you to go ahead. Here's my keys to the car. Go ahead, get up out of here, right? That's what I'm telling her. Well, her thing was, began to question, why? Why do you want me to leave? What's going on? You got a girl? Whoop-de-whoop. Right? Now, me and this guy got an issue. She's not able to follow directions. Right? Now, something happened. Won't get into it. Something happened in that club at that particular moment, right? Fortunately, the majority of people ended up okay. Some, unfortunately, not so, right? The young lady I'm speaking about, nothing happened to her. I realized that at that point, you couldn't, I couldn't have her around. She had an inability to listen. She didn't understand. She didn't understand the circumstances. She couldn't read the room. She couldn't read what I'm saying. That, and so therefore, because you can't take my word, when I tell you that it's time to go, you need to understand it's time to go. Not time for you to ask questions. It's life and death, and you don't even know that it's that serious. But you're asking questions. You're not moving. Cannot have a woman in your world who simply who needs clarification on every step or move that you're making. Shout out to El Cheapo. I saw you. I saw your comment. It went great. And like I said, I got it. And so yeah, I'll start Monday morning. Shout out to you. And I appreciate you, non-boss. I definitely appreciate y'all for asking. Yeah, it did end up going. I had to take Gizmo with me because I wasn't able to get her to daycare. So I just, you know what I'm saying, I just took her with me. And so yeah. We're gonna start that Monday, and then like I said, I'm gonna do my drywall test. Not drywall, so I apologize. I'm taking a test to become to be installed sheet metal, and so that's gonna be on Tuesday. So I'm gonna definitely post that. So yes, I approve. Why can't I see my comments? Okay, there we go. Awesome. Oh yeah, El Cheapo, you know it. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate, definitely y'all asking and being in concern. El Cheapo, I'm discussing why black men are black men the only races of men who are accepting partnerships, right? Why are you hearing this word? Because I was saying, and Nambas is old enough to remember, or Nambas is slightly older than me. We don't remember, and I don't think I think Nambas agrees. I don't, at least, and I don't want to speak out of turn. I know that I have never heard that word between a man and a woman. I've heard that word between two men and two women, two women. I've never heard that word between a man and a woman, the word partnership. And I often say that words matter. And this is why I don't like to play fast and loose with words, because you can't take, because when you start saying words, they become reality, right? The word partner, what are you really saying that you like as a man, what are you saying that you're accepting? What are you buying into? Partner? A man should be looking for a wife, and a woman should be looking for a husband. When does this word partner, when did this word partner really become so prevalent? And I noticed how men are beginning to regurgitate it as well. I was looking at Arlette, and a black man talking about you want a partner. Well, here's the thing about a partner. It's when you're asking for equality in a relationship with your woman. However, you want to be taken care of and you want me to protect you. So I'm not understand. So and that's my duty as a man, and I accept my responsibility. I don't want to say that. That is absolutely a man's duty and his responsibility. No one's saying that he should not embrace that. However, why should a man, this is the question, and that people need to then begin to ask themselves. Why would a man place his life, his resources, his time, his energy into a woman when that is what she's asking for, when he can simply have a woman who understands and wants to get on his program? And I say this, y'all, because I have daughters. I don't want a man who, why would I want my daughter to be with a man who speaks this way? Why would I want her to be with a man who does not have the courage of his conviction? How does that serve me? How can I then go to my grave peacefully, knowing she is in the hands, knowing they are in the hands, the both of them, of men who are capable? I don't have to worry. I know that my legacy lives on. I know that I've done my job. I've given them to men who, and my first daughter, I didn't give her to him. she picked him, and then I just said, okay, that's what it is, and you know what I'm saying, you need to, that's where we are, right? So therein lies that relationship. But however, in Gizmo's case, why would I want that? Why would I want there to be no peace for me? Non-boss. That, what I'm saying? That's what I never truly understand. Gizmo, she's acting up. I'm not gonna stick on here too long now, boss. I'm gonna really basically upload this one and keep it moving after a few more minutes because she's really cranky and it's hard for me to collect my thoughts and keep them up. See, yeah, exactly. So you know what I mean? Yeah, boss. So listen, let me sign off here. Get Gizmo. Yeah, she's made her point extremely clear. But listen, I want you to percolate on these things and drop me a comment, any questions and concerns. And then, you know what I mean? What I'll do is I'll do a part 2, probably when she's in daycare or something, she's asleep. And then I'm sure you can hear. Peace and love, non-boss. Y'all take care, chat. Peace. I'll talk to y'all. I'll catch y'all a little bit later. Thank you.